talk is all back. The talk is all and it's all and it's down in the gut where bacteria hide. They're making delactate on the sly, pushing sugar through your bloodstream high. Canadian scientists found the reason why diabetes and liver disease take hold from secrets in your belly never told. But now they built a trap to block the flow, a breakthrough that the whole world needs to know. Breaking news today, the world's changing fast, from the depths of space to discoveries vast. Science leads the way, showing us the path. Breaking news today, knowledge unsurpassed. On Mars they found some mudstones in the crater. Organic carbon hints at life much greater. Perseverance rover scanning every stone for biosignatures in worlds unknown. While here on Earth the ice caps melt away, Filipino families fight the tide each day, removing seawater with a plastic pan. Climate change affecting every woman and man. Breaking news today, the world's changing fast, from the depths of space to discoveries vast. Science leads the way, showing us the path. Breaking news today, knowledge unsurpassed. Dark matter hunters built a new machine, superconducting detectors keen and clean, searching for the particles we cannot see that make up cosmic mystery. NASA blocks the Chinese from their door, space race tensions like we've seen before, while microchips get smaller than the eye, invisible circuits reaching for the sky. From ancient tools in Indonesia's ground to cannabis compounds newly found, the past and future intertwined in the quest to free the human mind. Breaking news today, the story never ends. Science and discovery on which we all depend.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Thursday, September 11th edition of our News Roundup. I've got some absolutely fascinating stories from the world of science and global affairs that are going to blow your mind today. Let's start with a breakthrough that could change how we treat diabetes and liver disease. Scientists in Canada have uncovered something incredible. There's a hidden fuel being produced by our gut bacteria called delactate that's been secretly wreaking havoc on our blood sugar and liver health. Think about this for a second. We've been looking at diabetes from all these different angles, but nobody thought to check what our gut bacteria were cooking up behind the scenes. These researchers discovered that this delactate molecule slips into our bloodstream and essentially tricks our liver into producing way too much sugar and fat. But here's the really exciting part. They've developed what they call a simple trap that blocks this molecule right in the gut before it can do any damage. When they tested it on obese mice, they saw massive improvements in blood sugar, insulin resistance, and liver health without the mice having to change their diet or lose weight. This could be a complete game changer for millions of people struggling with these conditions. Now, speaking of groundbreaking discoveries, NASA's Perseverance rover has found something on Mars that has the scientific community absolutely buzzing. In Mars' Jezero crater, the rover discovered mudstones containing organic carbon and some really unusual textures that could potentially be biosignatures, essentially hints that life might have existed on Mars at some point. Now the NASA team is being very careful here. They're not saying they've found definitive proof of life, but these rocks show chemical reactions and mineral formations that are remarkably similar to what we see on Earth, where microbial life thrives. It's like finding cosmic breadcrumbs that might lead us to answer one of humanity's biggest questions: are we alone in the universe? Shifting gears to some concerning geopolitical news, NASA has begun barring Chinese nationals with valid visas from joining their programs. This really underscores the intensifying space race and rising tensions between the US and China. It's a stark reminder that even scientific collaboration, which has traditionally transcended national boundaries, is becoming increasingly politicized in our current global climate. On the technology front, researchers at Johns Hopkins have made a breakthrough that could revolutionize the microchip industry. They've discovered new materials and processes that could make microchips even smaller, faster, and more affordable than what we have today. We're talking about circuits that are literally invisible to the naked eye, pushing the boundaries of what's physically possible in electronics manufacturing. And in the realm of fundamental physics, scientists have built a new superconducting detector that's sensitive enough to potentially catch dark matter particles that are smaller than electrons. This is huge because dark matter makes up about 27% of the universe, but we've never been able to directly detect it. This new device captures incredibly faint photon signals and could finally help us understand this cosmic mystery that's been puzzling physicists for decades. On a more sobering note, we're seeing the real-world impacts of climate change playing out in the Philippines, where families on the sinking island of Puget are literally fighting rising seas every single day. Maria Tamyo, a street food vendor, wakes up before her grandchildren each morning to remove seawater from her home using nothing but a plastic dustpan. It's a heartbreaking reminder that while we debate climate policy, real people are living with the consequences right now. That's your news roundup for this Thursday morning. From gut bacteria to Mars exploration, from dark matter to rising seas, science continues to reshape our understanding of the world around us. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time.